Welcome to Totally Blitz podcast. We're in the motherfucking Fight Club. Finna talk some boxing. Got some recaps of some fights over the weekend. The KSI Fury shit going on. Tszyu defending his belt, and then our boys. Fuck. We just literally talked about this. Our boy Jam back now unified champion in the streets. Definitely the best 160 pounder on the planet. But as always, go down, like, and subscribe. Let us know your thoughts in the comment. And we are going to talk some of the fights this weekend as well. Stay tuned for that on the picks. But I'm Paul Pick and Win 'em, and I'm joined with.
Going on, boys? It's Marcus Primetime Penley. You already know what it is.
It's boy Stockpile Run Boxing, aka Get It Boy.
I'm going to throw it up to y'all. Where do y'all want to start? Y'all want to start with the KSI stuff first? Or y'all want
Yeah, you might as well. Let's get that out of the way.
All right, Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis. Logan Paul technically wins by TKO slash disqualification because of bullshit at the end. Dylan Dennis attempts to go for the guillotine, fails, falls on his back, and then Logan Paul hits him with one of them hammer fists with a fucking boxing glove on. Call it a brawl. A brawl broke out, but it was just almost security pushing people. And what do y'all think? Was it entertaining?
The end of it was entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I think the end of it was the best part.
Backs. There was a lot of Dylan Dennis on his back the whole time. Just
Yeah, just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of like, he tried to work for a little bit and just kind of letting Paul score a little point from him.
I was kind of hoping he'll get Logan on the ground. That would have been kind of crazy. But
Gordon Ryan to that motherfucker just in case that shit popped off. And Gordon, but y'all boxing fans may not know, Gordon Ryan is arguably the greatest BJJ practitioner.
Jiu-Jitsu legend.
I know Logan was mad though. That boy wanted to beat his ass. He kind of got the chance, but didn't really get the full chance. I don't know. It was weird.
Y'all think they run back in the cage like they said they would? Do you think the MMA rematch is actually going to come to fruition, or is that just blowing smoke up our ass?
I don't think Logan will take it.
Yeah, I don't know if Logan would do it. I mean, he might maybe out of pride, but I mean, I don't know, bruh. I can't see it. I can't see either of the the Paul brothers going in there.
I thought he would maybe do it until he was on some podcast or something, and he said, "Oh, that his." I feel like this is all bullshit. He's just making up this part of the story, but he was saying how his fiance Nina didn't actually want him to take the fight, and she had no idea the fight was actually going to still happen, and he like played it off as if he wasn't going to fight him, but then he actually went ahead and did it. So then, when I heard that little rumbling of that bullshit going on, I was like, he's gonna use that shit as like an excuse on why he's not gonna do the rematch in the cage. He's like, no, I already did my thing. Nina doesn't like, just using some bullshit to.
Hey man, you heard him in the ring, bro. Called out Rey Mysterio. He wants that U.S. belt, bro. Fuck all the other shit. He wants that U.S. title.
Damn, decorated U.S. title, boy.
You feel me, Rey Mysterio?
He's going back to that WWE.
And then, how did y'all feel about the main event? Which, everything I've seen and heard and all that rumblings is it was a hug fest. A lot of hug fest and a lot of KSI people saying that KSI was robbed.
Blatant robbery, man. That was one of the nastiest robberies I've ever seen. That was just pure robbery. Yeah. Tommy, he looked awful. He did not look as good as he did against Jake because KSI made him real uncomfortable on the inside. You know what I'm saying? KSI was really working him in a clinch, getting the punches in. And Tommy even got a point deducted because he kept hitting KSI in the back of the head. To me, that's blatant. That was blatant robbery.
I actually didn't get to watch this one. I had family over, so I mean, I was seeing like the crazy shit going on Twitter, but I ain't get to watch it. But I seen people going crazy, arguing back and forth about robbery. So what? They gave it to Tommy?
Decision win, unanimous decision win, I believe too. He got a point deducted in either the second or the third round for the rabbit punches the back of the head, and second round and. The scorecards are, you start seeing the scratches and numbers on scorecards. Shit starts looking a little wonky when those scorecards come out. Like, it's not a good look for boxing, bro. Y'all are fixing this. This is fucking YouTube boxing, and y'all are fixing fights for them, bro. That's just That's crazy, bro. That does show you though that the Fury bag is bigger than the Paul bag when it comes to the UK judges.
Man, so what do you guys think? Either KSI goes from here or Tommy. You think they gonna rematch? You think Jake is gonna get involved?
I think Jake's gonna rematch Tommy in February. I think that they agreed to have the fight 1 year after the first fight. So I'm pretty sure the Jake Paul rematch is gonna be in February.
Type shit.
And Misfits boxing, we saw the tag team boxing early on.
Nah, that was ridiculous.
I need to see
Big Fury.
A fucking triple threat match. Give me the triple threat match. Put all three of them fuckers in the boxing ring at the same time. And this
that would be fucking crazy.
You tell me that's not watch pay-per-view right there?
They might try to jump KSI for real.
Hey, that's the best part about the triple threat match. When you start seeing the little alliances being made, broken.
And then they turn on you, and they got your back turned.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. This might be they might need me to start writing the script.
Shout out them.
All honesty, though, I think KSI probably gets another boxer because I don't think Fury said he already beat both of them within a year. That's what he set out to accomplish to do. He did it. But at the same time, I can't see Fury going back to fighting regular fighters because Eddie Hearn said best, like, Tommy Fury is a terrible boxer, but he just went from making 30,000 pounds a fight to like 3 million in a fight. So, like 30,000 pounds, roughly like $70,000. So from 70,000 to a couple million, all because he went from fighting bums to fighting YouTubers.
Yeah, that's true. That boy might stick with that. He should get the rematches with both of them. Run up that bag.
Let's talk some real boxing. We were all on this. Tszyu. Oh no, we all were on this. Never mind. I forgot that boy Marcus was Brian Mendoza out. Tszyu defending his belt, looking good while doing it.
Nah. I had Tim, but I had it like a back and forth. Did I?
I can't remember. I could have swore you was on Mendoza, but you probably did.
I don't. There's no way I picked Mendoza to win, but I did say they would battle. But there's no way, bro. I mean, now you're gonna have to make me go back, bro. There's no way I doubted that boy Tim like that.
One of us wasn't on the Tszyu train. Was it you, Gator?
Not
quiet.
I'm pretty sure I picked Tim.
I think I could have been mistaken. I think we all did pick Pig.
I did say there was gonna be a battle. I thought it was gonna be like a back and forth type fight, but
yeah, I thought it was gonna be like a tiny bit closer. Like I thought Brian Mendoza was gonna hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, I thought it would be a tougher fight for Timmy.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Mendoza's story kind of comes to an end. Maybe he'll fight for something later on, but like it's tough to come back from 3 L's in boxing, especially when your L's are coming against like the top talent. Like, how much can you really ride that Fundora win and the Jason win? Like, I don't know how far that's going to take him after this loss. And it wasn't really competitive either. Like, you might say there's some rounds for Mendoza, but at no point in this fight did you think like Tim was getting wobbled, getting hurt, or gassing out. Like, it was just like an all perfect performance for Tszyu.
Yeah, Tim had him. I think it was like the 7th round. Tim had him a little wobble with those.
But shout out to him for surviving. I mean, I took Tszyu to win on bet, like for him to win by the scorecards, and it was like plus 250 or plus 300. Like, most people thought this fight would come to a finish, so I was kind of shocked at the odds. So like that was a nice little cash.
That boy Tim, man, I want to see him on Charlo now.
He did say he's super fight material after this fight. He said he's fighting the best there is. Like, he definitely is. If Charlo wants to go undisputed again, this would be the fight, I think.
Should be. I even seen on the interview of him with Sean Porter, he even like said that he would be open to a Terrence Crawford fight. I was like, oh shit.
Shit, if Crawford wants
I want to see him in the big fights, man. He's ready for it.
Just not the pay-per-view numbers though. That's the one thing that's holding him back. Is like he's not.
I think
he's doing a nice little resume for himself. You know, Tony Harrison and Brian Mendoza.
Yeah, but I mean, it's that to like real boxing fans. You're gonna tune in, but like the public, like it's like David Benavidez. Like to boxing fans, he's like the guy, but like he's only gonna pull. He's not pulling pay-per-view numbers. Like he just got his first pay-per-view last year with Caleb Plant.
Right. Fucking.
But I mean, if he does go with Charlo and he gets that win, superstardom. That boy is shooting straight to the top.
Yeah, nah, that'd be crazy if he could beat Charlo.
Or Crawford, either one. If he gets a win over either one of them, which I doubt the Crawford win, but like the Charlo win, I think is a lot more realistic. That changes his whole career.
That's a great fight, man. Charlo versus Tim. I need to see that.
What's Brian Castellano been doing? Like since he oh,
Has he even fought since?
I don't know. Like that's a great question. I haven't heard much about it. Like he hasn't even. I haven't even seen any like reports of him like hungry for a title again. Like I can't wait.
That was a tough ass loss, man. That last one.
Brutal beating.
He was like wiggling on the floor and shit.
He was wiggling on the floor. I think that's called a seizure, bro.
Nah, not like on the floor, but like when he got dropped, that shit kind of looks funny.
Oh yeah. He's like walking away from the ref. The ref should look called it in his first, but he kept going, and then that's when he really got like pounded.
And then our last fight, our boy Janet Beck, unified champion at 160 now, getting both the belts. I mean, Vincenzo or whatever, he had no fucking business being in there. Like, I think, who was the guy? Tim Bradley, I think, was the one on the commentating for this fight. He was saying, like, not all champions are built the same. Like, we're about to see it. And that's exactly what happened. Like, Janet Beck called it, like, the uppercut is going to catch him. And then Lairley, by, like, the third round, I think he landed that first left-hand uppercut through the pipes. And then, like, by the middle rounds, he wobbled him. Looked like the fight probably could have come, like almost came to an end. Not almost come to an end, but he wobbled him, was kind of landing some more shots. Survives that, but then the next round, like, same uppercut again, right down the pipes, lands right through the guard too, because he did put his hands up at the last second, but that power knocked him back, put him on the ropes. He said the fight was called a little early. Some people can argue that, but that's only if you want to see like a one-sided fight. Like, I feel like a ref's job at a certain point is to realize, like, this other fighter's got no shot of winning. Let me stop him from taking damage and let him continue his career. Like, this guy was 40 years old. Like, he shouldn't be taking hits like this.
Facts. That was a good call by the ref, because when you know, you fucking know.
Yeah. Plus, he was getting dominated too. There's no point just just kind of like leaving him in there. There's really no like chance of him coming back either.
He's not a power puncher where you can argue. Like, if the ref, that's Deontay Wilder or something, or Tank, you're pissed because you know he has the power to change the whole fight if he just lands one. But nah. I can't let this shit just scuttle past. Where Keyshawn Davis, he ain't him, bro. Like, that boy, Keyshawn Davis is not him. I forgot all about that.
I'll be honest.
Hey, chill, man.
Keyshawn Davis fight. What happened though?
But so he won the fight. Don't get me wrong. Like, he definitely, but he wasn't imposing his will. There was a certain points where, like, he hurt him, got him on the ropes. Homeboy throws us an overhand right, all his power, lands clean on Keyshawn's fucking mouth dome, and then also Keyshawn goes into hugging mode because that was a shot. And I tweeted it out there. I was like, could you imagine if Frank Martin landed this shot on Keyshawn Davis? Like, this, what would have happened to him? Like, I'm like, I don't know. Keyshawn, he is that guy. He's very skilled. I don't know. His face-off was goofy as fuck. I hated the face-off. Him, the unmasking shit. Bro, I can't get behind this bozo, bro. I'm out. I'm pulling all my share of Keyshawn Davis, and I'm out, bro. And I am on the other side. I'm waiting to see him lose at this point.
Hey.
Oh yeah. I mean, he has the talent. It's just Keyshawn Davis, like, he has to do it against tougher opponents. He's not looking as dominant. In his last couple of fights, he hasn't looked as dominant as he should, especially fighting the competition he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine that was Frank Martin in there. He's bringing his A game. I don't know what Keyshawn doing. You know what I'm saying? And he kept getting these Bud Crawford comparisons. Bud was knocking these guys out at Bud's stage in his career. I mean, don't get me wrong, Bud was still fighting these guys late in his career, but he was still looking good doing it.
Hey man, Bud wasn't fighting this bad of a guy.
Yeah, he was.
I
But
would say, right, Keyshawn Davis is. He hangs out with Bud. He's supposed to be like the Bud copycat. He's supposed to be the next cut of Bud. He's supposed to be cut from the same cloth as Bud.
Same trainer and everything. Big Bud.
Right, he reminds me of like he's cut from the Devin Haney cloth. Like I don't like he doesn't like his everything feels like a gimmick with him. I don't know. Like it doesn't feel like he's this real like he's called like he'll call himself the boogeyman, but no one else is calling him that. Like I don't know, like he's propping up his own image of stuff that like I just don't see from the outside.
It feels like he should be better. You know what I'm saying? Like he was one of the most hyped up American Olympians in like since like Andre Ward, I think.
Yeah,
or Shakur, you could say Shakur too.
I thought he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Shakur
Nah,
fought for.
USA though.
Oh, that's right. He did fight for USA, but
He was on Gatorade commercials and shit.
They do be
I
saying.
mean, man, I think he had a bad fight. I ain't gonna lie. I seen him get popped, and if he gets popped like that from a guy that's really wrecking shit, it could be bad. Well, I mean, I think he'll be bound. I think he'll bounce back. I think he's gonna use this as another learning curve or whatever. So I mean, we'll see, man. If he's not gonna be tightening it up after this, then I'm gonna start judging. But I'm gonna chill for now, man. I need to see better though. I need to see him be more aggressive. I need to see him more like maybe trying to get these guys out of it. I know that guy was a scrappy vet or whatever, but you know. Get these boys up out of there, because if you trying to get a belt by you 23, 24, I can't remember his age right now, but if you try to get a belt soon, 25?
He's born in 1999.
Oh no, I think he's 25 in February.
February
sure.
So he's 24.
Okay, so if you're trying to get a belt soon, bro, you're gonna have to really start putting your name still like out there. Like you still. I don't know. I feel like he's still kind of relying on like a amateur kind of style. It's not. I don't know how to really explain it, but
the just love him, bro. Like I know it's a top ranked event. This is a top ranked prospect, but they were all over him during that fight, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey man, why wouldn't you, bro? He's an Olympian.
And then, but let's skedaddle away from these recaps. Let's get to the picks. Let's talk the fights we have yet to see. Let's talk the big one off rip in the card. Jack Catterall versus Jorge Linares. 140, 27-1. Everyone knows that one is by a robbery. Josh Taylor robbing that boy of his undefeated streak and being undisputed. But Jorge Linares, solid vet, future Hall of Famer, 47-8. He is saying that like he's taking this fight as hungry as he was like 8 years ago. Jack is being very respectful, saying I'm not going to bring up any past fights. Or they even asked him, "What do you think you want to do after this?" And he didn't want to. He's like, I have respect for Jorge. He's a Hall of Famer. I'm not here to talk about other fights. I'm here to talk about.
Call him a Hall of Famer.
Call him a Hall of Famer, but you know it's also I've learned this about fighters, and MMA is the same thing. Like. They'll talk trash about certain guys, but if they know they're gonna beat them, they'll hype them up. So then when they beat them, they look better on their record because they'll say like, oh yeah, he was this and that. Like you gotta hype up the guy you're gonna beat. So whenever he's on your record, it looks better.
Facts.
But a massive favorite here. I think he's like minus 1,000. Jorge Linares is like plus 500 or something. Pretty big dog on this. Oh yeah, the young blood. I mean. He seems hungry. This isn't a title fight. He still feels robbed of being undisputed. And how do y'all feel like this is going to go?
Take Catterall by unanimous decision.
I've actually yet to watch a Catterall fight, so I'm actually really intrigued on watching this one because I know he's a dog, and I never went back to watch Josh Taylor fight, so I never really got to see if it was a robbery or not. But I took Twitter's word for it.
Nah, that shit was a robbery. A bad one, too.
He
And
dropped him
at
too.
that time period, I was big on Taylor too, and for me to sit there and be like, "Damn, he actually got robbed," was crazy. But I'm actually kind of excited for this one, bro, because I want to see Jack. Like he was talking all that shit, you know. He was like saying I should be champ, everyone robbed me, all this shit. So I want to see is he able to keep that same energy, you know, and it's not a one time thing. Like, was it a fluke? Are you for real? Are you really trying to get these belts? Are you really trying to be a heavy hitter in the 140? Because all these boys are coming up to 140, so it's gonna get crowded, man. So I want to see if Jack is really about it. And then for Linares, bro, we already know about, bro. He always comes with a fight. He's a solid vet. I don't know about Hall of Fame though. I would have to look more into that. I don't know if he's Hall of Fame, but definitely a solid vet. I think former champ for sure. I don't know, man. I think that's gonna be a scrappy fight, but I wanna see Jack pull out that dog and really show that can he be a contender in the 140? Because you know my dog Tszyu fuck his ass up real quick. But
He was
Damn.
calling
I'm
out Teal
excited to
last.
see Jack, man.
Damn.
Is this Jack's? This can't be Jack's first fight since then. I know I'm tripping. There's
I believe it is.
I think
for
it is
real.
Pulling it
because
up right
there was,
now. No. He had a fight on the or the Laura Wood 2 card. He
Oh, okay.
yeah, he got a unanimous decision over Daryl Foley.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
I think it's gonna be a good fight though, cause I think Linares he wants to show people that he's not a gatekeeper. He's not a fucking like
Look,
he's still trying to compete, man. So I mean, I think he's gonna bring it. I seen a
Linares
video of him on Twitter training.
Linares is a 3-weight champion. He was featherweight
Okay.
champ, super featherweight WBA, and then he was WBA, WBC, and Ring Magazine lightweight titles.
Oh, okay. The boy got a ring on him too. I didn't know that for. I just knew he was a champ and who he's fought.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up his record real quick because I was like, I mean,
He dropped. He's the one who dropped Loma for
yeah,
right. That straight. Yeah, I remember that. That was like my introduction to him.
and he wobbled Hammy.
Oh, and then he fought Tank too, didn't he? Yeah.
No, he didn't fight Tank.
no, he didn't fight Tank.
He wobbled Haney though.
Oh yeah, he did wobble Haney. He had his ass dancing back to the corner.
Tanky leg to the corner. Yeah, but
It's gonna be a good fight, man.
3 straight losses, a unanimous decision loss to Haney for the WBC belt, and then he lost to Zar Abdulov for the WBC silver lightweight belt, and then he just came off another loss against Zora Hamazan. Jit don't even got a fucking Wikipedia page over there in Russia back in December 22 or December late 2022 in December. But I mean, like he one thing I know from those last 2 fights, not the Haney one, but probably also the Haney one, is he faded as the fight went on. Like he started off hot for a few rounds, kept up, but I mean he first won his first belt back in 2007. Like to put it into perspective how long he's been in this game. So like he is older. I think that's just something I expect to happen. Like Linares might come. It might be an exciting fight for the first 4 or 5 rounds, but Catterall's pace and just cardio and everything is just going to wear him. And by like the late rounds, Catterall's going to either wrap it up with a TKO or just do enough second half of the fight to win the decision.
I think he's gonna get a stoppage here. I'm pretty sure all Linares' losses have been by stoppage except for Haney, of course.
His last fight was a 10-rounder and it went the whole decision. But again, this was against some Russian motherfucker that I've never heard of.
I gotta try him like that.
Hey, bro, I apologize, bro. Maybe do something so I do know you, bro. I don't know. But, I mean, other than that, on this card, you got your boy, the great Campbell Hatton. He's back. He's fighting Jamie Sampson. Do you think – I mean, he's another –
called him the great.
I mean, the great. I mean, another 140 prospect. A lot of these really fun prospects seem to be in like the 130 to 140 range right now. And like he's another one of them. Do you think he's gonna he's probably gonna win this fight? Let's not get twisted. But after this fight, do you think Campbell Hatton is gonna start building the names on the resume?
I mean, I still think it's pretty early in his career. I think he's still in that showcasing era. Like they still want him to get some rounds, get some experience. I think he turned pro like what a few years ago. Like I still think he's still pretty young.
Yeah, I think 2021 he went pro, but he had like 5 fights in 2021, 5 fights in 2022, and then if this fight would be his 5th fight in 2023.
So I mean, at least he's active. So bro is active. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where who he goes from here, but keep building on that resume, man. See how serious he really is.
What about
I
you?
think I watched like his like first like couple of fights.
I don't think you was too high on Campbell Hatton before we hit record. Let me hear those thoughts.
I mean, shit, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of like a. I don't know. I don't think he's that good. I think he's just like another product of the legendary father. Yeah, and the son just kind of like.
Man, so he like a first round.
Kind of like a Tommy Fury.
Whoa! I thought you were gonna say like Conor Ben or like Chris Eubank Jr. somewhere around there.
But he's not. He's not good. He's not that good.
He's not as good as Chris Eubank Jr. You don't think? Eubank Jr. I don't think he's that good.
Yeah, I don't either. But I don't think Hatton's like he's. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Hatton. I don't think Hatton's all that.
Yeah, we finna see like a Holyfield's son type of fight.
Yeah. Nah, he ain't gonna lose yet.
He get knocked out face first by a plumber. Nah, but it should be a fun little card. This is the zone. Oh, before we move on though, like I said, Catterall didn't talk about any potential next opponents, but Eddie Hearn made sure he could. And Eddie Hearn said that he would want the winner of this fight, I think, to fight Ryan Garcia. Oh, let me see. I got pulled up real quick. Hearn sees. Oh, no, this is for a different fight. He sees Josh Taylor rematch as a viable option for Jack Catterall or the winner of Haney and Prograis.
Nah, I want to see Haney or Prograis versus my dog, Teofimo.
You want to see that one?
Yeah.
Shit, and I wouldn't even want to see the Josh Taylor rematch because, I mean, what the fuck is he going to win? There's no belts on the line. Like, the fuck are we even entertaining this rematch for?
Maybe a Jack versus Tszyu.
I wouldn't be mad with a Jack versus Tszyu.
I'm ready to.
Last year. She was calling out Tszyu and Regis last year.
I would say I know Mateus has a fight coming up in the next few weeks, I believe, and like it would just.
Mateus got him a fight under Benavidez undercard.
Yeah, so like it kind of lines up. That's November 25th. This is October 20th when this fight happens. A month difference. If they can get that contract talk for early next year, I wouldn't mind seeing Jack fight for the title against Mateus.
Nah, that'd be a good one too. Then set up Tszyu.
But I don't know. It's setting up for Gary Antoine Russell. I don't know where this Tszyu shit's gonna fit.
He's asleep. My dog Tszyu is going undisputed 2 times.
2 times. But
when was he undisputed?
Yeah, I was say I don't know. I didn't think he was undisputed.
Hey, chill, man. We don't gotta get into politics now. Who was undisputed? Mr. Lomachenko. Who he beat? Mr. Lomachenko.
Lomachenko was never undisputed either.
Did Haney win a belt in the ring? Negative. Did the WBC change the rules? Positive.
It's WBC, bro. That's what they're known for.
Yeah, man. It's just like the Josh Taylor bullshit, bro. Like, my boy Teal got scanned out of that shit too.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, but he's definitely.
Josh Taylor didn't give up all them belts. Teal would have had undisputed, but who wanted to give up? I mean, I guess they wouldn't have fought if he didn't give up the belts, but still.
Yeah, because
Jack,
they kept dropping mandatories on him. They kept dropping
Yeah, they
mandatories.
gave him the mandatory. So I mean, I feel it because he probably wouldn't have fought for it
it's
anyways.
still, I shit still perplexes me because he dropped his belts for the Jack rematch to prove to everyone that he beat Jack,
Yeah,
and then that
Yeah,
shit
fight didn't go.
fruition. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I wasn't mad with the
yeah,
Tio fight, but it was like, what the fuck are we doing?
facts, man. But shit, I'm a die on the hill with Tio undisputed.
All right. Well, then let's get into our last card here. Alexis Rocha versus Giovanni Santillan. 31-0 Santillan, 23-1 Rocha, 147 main eventer. Some people like to call certain fighters the boogeyman of the division. Rocha to me is the bogus man of the division. I don't think he's a fucking legit top welterweight that Mr. Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya keeps trying to sell us. Like if he was, why didn't he fight Virgil Ortiz? Like they were both in the same fucking the same promoter. Like why aren't you trying to push that fight? They're both really the top dog. I think Ortiz is. I mean, y'all know how. I mean, Marcus at least knows how I feel about Ortiz. You weren't on the podcast whenever I had to let him know. But like Rocha's right up that same camp. Like Golden Boy, I just don't trust any of his fighters. Like so, I think this fight is actually. I think he's like minus 1,000 on the odds against Santillan. There's a fight that honestly I might sprinkle something on Santillan. The Santillan's got heart. He got popped to him. And I think he's gonna make this into like a brawl type fight. And Rocha kind of entertains those kind of fights, and whereas Rocha does kind of get better in the second half of fights sometimes because he got popped too. I don't know. I mean for the odds, I would sprinkle something on Santillan, and maybe it's also because I don't fuck with Rocha for some reason.
I don't know Rocha for this one, but I think Rocha he's kind of like a fringe contender. Like not like I think he's just kind of just outside top 10.
Like
He
right,
hasn't really fought any. He hasn't really fought any names, and the person he lost to is Speedy Ellis, and Speedy Ellis like
ran
and
into
Speedy
Ruben Villa.
Ellis, yeah, he Speedy Ellis, he's kind of and too.
Shit,
So
man.
yeah, I think they're just like Oscar. I think they're just trying to like pad his record a little bit.
How do you feel about Alexis Rocha, Mark?
I mean, I don't know how I feel about him, but I think this fight is gonna be a scrap. I think this could be an entertaining fight. I think this might be the best fight on Saturday out of all the fights. I think this one could live up to be the most entertaining at least. Both of them boys are familiar with each other. They're similar in age, I think, and they both came up. They've known each other in the amateurs coming up. They're from this, I think, what California, right? Pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure they're both from out there. They said they both been in the same gyms, worked with the same trainers. They sparred each other before, so like I think it's gonna be very familiar, and I think they're gonna get the war, bro. I think it's just gonna be a back and forth fight. I don't even know if I really have a like who the fuck I think is gonna win. I just kind of want to see a good ass fight for real. Cause I'm really looking forward to this one.
And it is in Inglewood, so they both are gonna have their respective. Their people's
I
gonna.
was about to say, bro, that crowd is gonna be low key lit. No cap. It's gonna be some Spanish fans out there. They both from that area. They both came up through amateurs in that area. Like I feel like that shit low key gonna be a fun ass fight to watch.
And they doing that bitch at the Coliseum, bro. That's the thing I fucked with. They went to the old LA arena at the Coliseum or some shit.
Yeah. Shout out Oscar for this one, man. Keeping Golden Boy alive.
I will say they probably went to Coliseum because it only holds like a third of what the fuck the new stadium holds. But
Yeah, fuck all that.
Jojo Diaz was supposed to be on this card, Marcus's favorite fighter, but he had a
Fuck him.
pull.
He beat my boy Tevin Farmer. Fuck him. Fuck JoJo.
But he had to pull out. He was supposed to fight Ricky Medina. There's supposed to be a fun little fight here. They were saying Ricky Medina is making some waves himself. But I don't know what they didn't even specify why he's not in this fight anymore. I did get to read all the comments calling him a pedophile, and I didn't know what that was about. And I was kind of like, whoa.
I think that's some old shit for I think like from like a year or two ago. I think he got in some shit low key.
He was sending. I think he was sending like some like pictures, explicit pictures to this 17-year-old girl.
Oh, Jay would be dyeing his hair polka
Yeah.
dots and shit. What else would you expect?
And that boy Scrappy's on the card. Y'all know anything? Scrappy Ramirez, Lil John. He's like he's like a fucking whatever 112 pounds is. What is that, flyweight?
Oh shit, he's one of them little guys.
Yeah, little American guy goes by. His name's John Ramirez. Everyone calls him Scrappy, and everyone's big on him. Scrappy champion time. He's like the fourth fight on the main card, so like he's supposed to be before the Jojo Diaz fight. So peep him if y'all can. And also, I'm gonna tell y'all this fight's a pick'em on the main card. I think it opens the main card. Ricardo Sandoval is taking on Victor Elfron Sandoval. Kind of crazy. They both got the same last name, but it's like minus 300 to plus 250. The picks are literally split on like most betting websites right now, and it should be like they're both Mexican American. One's Mexican American and one's Mexican, so they both got that Mexican style. So it's gonna be and it's I believe a 12-round fight. I think it's for one of those like smaller belts, like a silver belt or something. I don't know. It might be a 10-rounder, but everyone is saying that this might be fight of the night.
Oscar pull off a 5 card.
Yeah, and this should be a fun little fight. And shout out Fandora's sisters on the card. She's the co-main event. Gabriela Fandora.
That's dope. They gave her the co.
I mean, it is for the IBF female flyweight title. She's taking on current champion Aureli Morcino, a Mexican fighter herself. It should be a fun fight. I honestly I was talking shit on Golden Boy, but this is a nice little card to watch on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, they need it because boxing's a tough spot right now.
And the women's fight is a split pick'em. Plus 125 for Morcino, Fandora minus 150. Like literally right down the middle on the odds.
That's crazy.
What's y'all's favorite fight this card before we not this card, but this weekend before we head out?
Like the past weekend?
Yeah, that's happening. You got like the Rocha versus Santillan, which Mark said might be his favorite fight already, but I don't know if he's rethinking it. We got Jax versus Linares.
I'm gonna Rocha fight. The one thing about Rocha, he always comes to fight. He's a fun fighter to watch. Fun southpaw.
What do you think, Mark?
I'm gonna stick with my pick. I think because of the familiarity with like them boys knowing each other, the area they're in. I think it's gonna be a brawl. I think two young prospects taking a risky fight early in their careers. I think both of them gonna come ready for it. So I think both of them not trying to lose. So I mean, I think that's just gonna be a scrap, and the crowd is probably gonna be into it.
All right, I just pull up.
Shout out Jack though. I'm ready to see Jack too though.
I just looked up the odds. Lex Rocha's minus 500. Santillan's plus 350. That's my fight of the night. That's gonna be my favorite fight of the weekend as well. Just because it's gonna be crazy when I hit this plus 350 bet on Santillan as the underdog come Saturday night.
That'll be lit, man. The crowd will go fucking crazy.
But I appreciate y'all boys for sliding through. Thank everyone that's watching. As always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment y'all's picks for all the fights we just broke down. Let us hear y'all's thoughts on the KSI versus Tommy Fury, the Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis, Tim Tszyu defending his belt, Janet Beck becoming unified. All that happened last week. Let's hear what y'all thought on all that down below. This has been another episode of Totally Blitz Podcast. This is the Fight Club. I'm Paul Pickle Winham. That's Marcus Primetime Penley. And that's Jamari Gator Boy Southpaws Run Boxing. And if y'all didn't know, well, now y'all know, motherfuckers.